Okay, apparently I'm live. There we go. From Maxwell Star, Nicholas Lowe, Mad Max Star, host of Beer Analysis 101. All around decent fellow. Sent me another beer. And this is from Hammond River, the mythical, downright mythical Hammond River Brewing at this point, for their blueberry beer. But this is their Gammie California Steam Ale, so it's in the California Common Steam Beer sort of category here. And this is called Gammie because this is named after the brewmaster's father, apparently. My father, known as Gammie to his grandkids, was the greatest man in the world. I wanted to honor his memory with a beer that's straightforward, assertive, and upfront as he was. So there you go. And California Common Steam Beer is a very straightforward beer. Very simple, and if done right, very, very good. One of my favorite styles. So let's see what we think. I'm going to pour the sucker here. Thanks to Nick for this. I got one more beer left from his beer mails he sent, but I'm going to sit on that one because that one will actually be for Beer Analysis 101, hopefully sometime soon. And this was, where was the date on that? This was canned the first month of this year, so it's a little old, but this is generally not a hop-forward beer. It should be fine. Ooh, definitely on the darker side of the sort of California Commons, but they can get this dark generally. Nice, kind of almost brown ale. Definitely in that sort of shade of amber, like kind of looks like root beer or something along those lines. Kind of somewhere in between that sort of color scheme. So we'll go right to the aroma. Oh, wow. Okay. That is very malty. Now, I don't know if it's the age on this or if this is just kind of how it's supposed to smell, but this straight up smells like a brown ale. Like it feels like it's gone way beyond what a California Common tends to be, which is just basically, slightly more malty and earthy kind of, ale lager hybrid beer. Not quite like a Kolsch, more on the side of like a standard pale ale that's a little bit more malty and assertive, and like I've probably said assertive 8,000 times now. Probably thanks to this fucking can. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but I'm getting a very nutty, slight chocolate in the background kind of smell actually out of this, which is not something you would expect from a steam beer at all. So I don't know if like this is a case of what hops were in this have actually died to the point where the malt is just that much bigger in this aroma, or what's going on here. But this very much smells like a brown ale. All right, cheers. We're going to go to the taste. That's a brown ale. So keep in mind this review is of old can. This is from January. But you got to kind of go under the assumption, knowing what I know about beer generally, that it wouldn't, like there wouldn't be such a dramatic change in this kind of beer for even if it's set on the shelf for a while. Yeah, I don't know if I can rate this as a steam beer, man. Well, I am going to rate it as a California Common, but man, it's got a very malty character up front. It's kind of medium bodied, very like nutty, kind of slightly toasty notes in this, kind of chocolatey. Wow. Finishes dry. Does finish dry and earthy. And that will be kind of a note you will tend to get from these things, but usually it's a much cleaner kind of malt character up front. More like caramel malt than like this kind of chocolatey, malty kind of thing going on. Yeah, as a steam beer, this kind of fails. But it fails in a very spectacular way, I'd say. If I was rating this as a brown ale, this would probably get an 8 because it's actually really good as a brown ale. Like if you can this as a brown ale and told me it's a fucking brown ale, I'd be like, I believe you, sir, and it's a fucking really good one. But as a steam beer, as a California common, for what I know that style to be, and I've had plenty of examples of that style under my belt, this is like a 5. Like it's that not a California common. It just isn't. Like it, at least my understanding. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe someone can correct me, but it is not what I expect from a California common at all. So I'm going to throw a 5, just sort of erring on caution here that, yeah, maybe it has dramatically changed in taste, and because I'm not getting a super fresh can here, maybe I'm totally wrong on what this beer, as it's supposed to be presented, is actually. So I'm going to throw a 5 at that just to be safe, just give it a bare pass, basically. But my overall enjoyment, 9. This is really good. This is straight up a really good brown ale, is what it tastes like to me, man. I like it. Like this tastes a lot like Garrison brown ale that we get here in Nova Scotia. That's what it reminds me of. Very, very good. So yeah, a 5 for style, because like I'm almost like wondering, like I wish I had Nick here to answer me this. Like, do Hammond River have a fucking brown ale and maybe it got in this can by mistake or some shit? Because it's just not a California steam beer. It just isn't. It's not California common. It's not a steam beer. It just isn't. It straight up tastes like a brown ale. So style 5. But yeah, my overall enjoyment, an 8. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Nick. I'm going to sip on this one for a while, actually. It's that good. It's like that enjoyable that I want to actually like sort of sit on it for a bit and then just sip. So, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. So, yeah, it's probably the last beer I'm going to do tonight. Thanks for watching. And we'll be back again sometime soon. I've still got a few reviews I have to edit that are still in the can that I need to get up on the channel here. I got a big backlog of shit I got to do that I haven't put on the channel, including more episodes of my podcast and shit like that I just haven't gotten around to making video form of and putting on YouTube. So I'll be getting to that soon, pretty soon. And yeah, until then, thanks for watching, and we'll be back when we're back. Goodbye.